Hello students, in this session today we are going to learn about oblique and isometric sketch for class 7th. Visualizing solid shapes, chapter number 15. So let's start. What is an oblique sketch? As in our daily life we come across many three-dimensional shapes like basketball, football, dice, cube. So the three-dimensional objects can be easily represented on the two-dimensional plane, that is the play paper, with the help of an oblique sketch. As we observe in this image, this is the image of cube. How we can understand that this is the cube? As this picture or this sketch gives us an idea how the cube will look like. So this is an oblique sketch. The plane of paper is two-dimensional, but a three-dimensional solid can be represented on it. So the important point here is, in this image, not all the faces of the cube are visible. Are you able to see the left side face or the downside face or the back side face? No. So the important point is here, in the oblique sketch, all the faces are not visible, but still that sketch gives the idea of the three-dimensional object, how that object will looks like. Also, if we measure the length of all sides drawn in the image, all are varying, but still we can get the idea that the cube is like this. So this type of representation is known as the oblique sketch. Now let us understand the isometric sketch. As the oblique sketch gives the idea of the three-dimensional image on 2D plane. But when we talk about the actual measurement, as in the previous slide we observed that the lengths in the image for the cube are varying, but still that looks like a cube. In the same way, object measurement can be vary as compared to the image projected on the two-dimensional plane. As we are showing that image on the two-dimensional plane, the measurement can vary. But if we want to overcome these limitations, the isometric sketch is used, which portrays the exact measurement of the object along with the projection of its image on the two dimensions. The important point of isometric drawing, that the image of isometric is having equal measurements or dimensions. In an isometric sketch, the image of the object is drawn in such a manner that the original dimension of the object is intact irrespective of its position. And isometric sketch allows us to draw an object in the three dimensions. This kind of sketch used by the engineers that specialize in the technical drawing and etc. So how the sheet looks like? As in the image we are observing some dots put on the paper in a straight line, and the second line of the dots is placed one dot between the two dots from the above. So in this way we have to draw the sheet. This sheet is known as the isometric sheet, whereas the graphical sheet or the square sheet, where all the squares are shown here, this is the oblique sheet. So we have to draw the two sketches for any three dimension object. So let us try to draw a cuboid of dimension 8 into 3 into 3, that is length into breadth into height. Length is 8, breadth is 3 and height is 3 unit. So as we know that the dimensions can vary in the oblique sketch, so let us start the length as 8 line segments. So here how 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 line segments we have drawn. Then for 3 1 2 3 3 units we are taking here for the height. Similarly 3 units for its breadth, 3 units for height, 3 units for breadth. So this one face is drawn here. Similarly we can draw the another face like this. So this is the oblique sketch of a 3-dimensional object cuboid of given measurement. Now let us understand the drawing of an same dimension of cuboid 8 into 3 into 3. So take the isometric sheet, or we can say dot sheet, where we can draw the dots by using the scale in a straight line. When we draw all the dots, and the next line dots, when we are putting, we have to put the dot between the two upper dots. So in this way we can draw the sheet. Now the dimension is given 8 into 3 into 3. So take the 8 dots in a line like this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 dots are taken here. That shows the length. Now we will take the 3 dots. So join the 3 dots. So this is the 3 unit for the breadth. Now the 3 unit for the height. 1 2 3 dots are joined. So this is the 3 unit of the height. Similarly take 3 unit for breadth, 8 dots for length, 3 dots for height, 3 dots for breadth, 3 dots for height again. How? 1, this one is 2 and this is 3. Again 1 2 3. So 8 dots are length, 8 dots are length and 3 dots are. So this is the oblique, this is the isometric. It is different from that oblique sketch, as here the measurements are not varying, as it gives the proper sketch for 3-dimension object cuboid of dimension 8 into 3 into 3. So the difference between the isometric sketch and oblique sketch is, in the oblique sketch it gives the idea of a 3-dimension object. It is not necessary that in the oblique sketch we are able to see all the faces of given 3D shapes, but in isometric sketch, when we draw this sketch on isometric sheet, so here as we observe here 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, we are able to see the 6 faces, and the measurements are same for all breadth, heights and length. So if we are considering this is the breadth, so the 3 dots are joined for breadth. So here in this edge also drawn using the 3 dots, that 3 dots are joined used for breadth. So here oblique sketch gives the proper sketch for the 3D shape, but in that it is not necessary that all the faces are visible. In isometric sketch, we are able to see the faces clearly, and the measurements are not varying. So in this way we can draw the isometric as well as oblique sketch.